There may be some bursts of snow here that reduce visibility, and you pick up a quick couple inches on the grass and trees. And I still think there's a possibility of that up across the northern part of El Paso County. Because if we get a thunderstorm or something now that the sun is down, you can obviously see how the situation would change pretty quick as the heart of this system moves overhead. So that's here, the short-term forecast. I've got the forecast for the rest of the night into Wednesday coming up here in just a little bit.
Enjoy the true taste of Colorado at Colorado Mountain Brewery. Dig into our famous burgers, entrees, and appetizers. Then kick back on our scenic Mountain View patios and pair it all with one of our award-winning craft beers. Reserve your table at cmbrew.com.
In automobile crashes, the spine is frequently injured. There are all types of spinal injuries that we see frequently, that I treated frequently in the hospital as a medical doctor, and that I frequently represent people for here in our law firm. Why does it matter? Simply put, an understanding of the medicine is everything. And that's why if I were ever injured and I had to select an attorney, it would matter to me that somebody had a spine sitting with them and they actually understood what it meant.
Emergencies are unpredictable, but you don't have to be unprepared. Peak Alerts sends you targeted emergency alerts in real time for evacuation orders, law enforcement activity, missing persons, and more. Choose up to 5 locations that matter to you, like home, work, and school, so you know what's going on and what to do next. It's free, easy to set up, and designed to keep you in control. Know first, act fast. That's the power of Peak Alerts.
You know what, crew? Crew, I need to start over. I forgot something this morning. Man, oh man. I forgot one thing to click it over on the 24-hour weather channel. I'm sorry about that. That's my fault, friends. You guys are like, we're hanging out. Life of the party's not here. That's my fault. I have a flight to catch today. And so I'm trying to get a lot done here early this morning because I need to leave in about 20 minutes. So that's my fault. So for those of you that continued to hang out, thanks for doing so. So real quick here, let's fire through this because now I'm kind of behind. Yesterday we had thunderstorms for the first time. That was kind of nice to see. Rain was great. Sarah sent this in from Yoder, 0.6 of an inch. I got a report of about 95 hundredths of an inch at 31st in Colorado. I mean, how nice is that? Yeah, great to see. No doubt about that. But we do have some fog this morning. Tamco Live Doppler radar shows that the system is out of here, kind of getting away from the higher terrain, losing the instability because of the overnight, things falling apart. Radar sometimes is really, really good tool to estimate how much moisture fell. Not so much with this one because we had snowflakes up above our head last night that was giving some kind of high returns. And that was leading things kind of astray a little bit in terms of what radar is seeing. And it's a little bit high in Teller County as well. Although I did get a report of 5 inches of snow from Janet Barrett sent that one in. So Janet, thanks for doing that. And, beautiful this morning. But let me show you Woodland Park because it's a little bit slick in spots. Be careful coming down Ute Pass. I mean, even into Cascade where it's 22, it is still slick. So you get into town, we don't have those issues. I mean, roads are just wet and Monument. There might be a spot or two in the trees where the shade kind of holds onto the road all day where there might be a slick spot. But roads at lower elevations, mainly wet. In fact, we're starting to dry them out in Pueblo, as you can see there early this morning. So what's on tap for later on today? Well, temperature's not really too far off, actually, of what we had yesterday, but it's going to feel better. That's because we're going to have sun, not going to have the falling temps, the breezes, and the rain and snow from yesterday afternoon. And light breezes are going to feel pretty nice. So Banjo on his barometer, he's fired all the way up to a 9 for later on today. Here's what the breezes look like. Maybe some in the upper Arkansas River Valley, coming down Ute Pass, where we might be up around 20 miles per hour. But for a lot of us, I think the breezes are up around 10, maybe 12. That's about it. Now, we hit tomorrow, things start to, back part of the forecast here, things start to get a little bit different. Because the storm for the end of the week gets close enough that we really start to pick up the wind tomorrow. In fact, there might be some gusts off to the southwest of Pueblo between 30 and 50 miles per hour. For the rest of us, noticeable breezes as we hit the afternoon here. And the temperatures are going to be warmer. We might hit 80 somewhere over the plains, get a bump up in the Springs and Pueblo from what we'll have today. We're pushing 60 in the mountain valleys. And the humidity is going to be really, really low, especially south of the river. In terms of fire danger weather tomorrow, there is a little bit of kind of a question because of the moisture we got yesterday. That does reduce the fire danger a little bit. That's good news. So as of now, there's a fire weather watch in effect for a lot of areas over the mountains, kind of off to the west, the mountain valleys there, Fremont County into the Arkansas Valley, the San Luis Valley, and then out across the plains. So who gets upgraded to a fire weather watch? I'm most concerned south of the river because we didn't get much in the way of moisture in that area. So that's something to be aware of tomorrow. And then as we head into Friday, well, it's going to be a different day. Temperatures are going to cool back. And then what about the moisture? Well, because I have some questions. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. An opportunity for you to join me live. If you would like to do so, share your experience from yesterday. These links are the same every day. So write those down because this is about our weather together. That's what Peaks2Plains Weather is all about. I'd love you to pop in here, join me, share how much snow you had, show me out your front door if you're in Teller County because it's a wet, pretty type snow. I'm going to be back here in a second with the extended forecast. Don't go anywhere.
Another attorney commercial with big promises? Millions of dollars, practicing law 24 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. Let's get rid of the smoke and mirrors. None of that really matters. What does matter? Having a medical doctor as your attorney. That matters.
Okay, some of you checking in here on social media. Kathleen saying, good morning, only a dusting of snow by me. Not sure where you are. It always helps if you put your location in there. I know parts of northern El Paso County got that. Mike is excited about the 9 from Banjo and saying good morning. And Patricia is saying good morning as well. Patricia, thanks for joining us. We always appreciate that. And I hope the Peaks2Plains weather app was useful for you yesterday because I was using it to see what direction the cells were moving, where we were getting some lightning. And a great, great tool, hourly forecast in there as well. Okay, let's talk about the extended forecast. And I'm going to cut this one short today. I'm really sorry that I botched the front end of this. Oh, man. Okay, here's the challenge with Friday. I usually lean Excuse me. Sorry about that. I usually lean more toward the European model versus the American model when I show you these two. The American model has a known kind of northward bias, and it is the north of the two models, with the lead wave here as the storm splits coming into Colorado for Friday. But there are a couple other models that are a little bit more on board with what the American is doing than the European model for a couple of different reasons. And the track of the thing is obviously really, really important. You see why. Here's 5 o'clock from the American model that's farther south versus the American model that's farther north. And then Skycast that I've been showing you the last few days for yesterday that did really, really well and frankly outperformed every other computer model is kind of online with the American model. So I'm wrestling with what to do. I'm going to make some decisions today because I need to. And I have to analyze kind of the jet streak, how that is playing out as the storm splits, some kind of deep meteorology stuff. So here's what I'm going to do as of now. We're going to talk about when our best window for rain and snow is here, because we may get a situation where the bulk of it is up over the mountains and across the Palmer Divide in northeastern Colorado, and we maybe miss out in southern Colorado. But our chance is going to come during the day on Friday. So I'm showing you the European model here, because the timing either way is going to kind of work out that way before we get rid of that for the weekend. So here's what I want you to know for now. Friday is going to be cooler than Thursday. If we are going to get snow in the Pikes Peak region in and around Colorado Springs, it's probably not too much, maybe an inch or two, and it's probably on the grass and trees. Palmer Divide might be a little bit of a different story if we get that southern track. There might be some spots that get 3 to 5 inches or something like that. Maybe. Again, I'm not sold on that yet. I will make decisions today, and I will push that while I'm traveling into the Peaks2Plains Weather app. Okay, so that's what you can expect from me. And, Pueblo, what you're seeing there, obviously, kind of, because I've been leaning for that sort of northern track. So I have some work to do, okay? And that's what meteorology is all about. My American Classic coffee is hitting hard today. Finished up. In fact, I just ground up before I came on air the last of my Yellowstone. And if you want to order some, if you put Peaks into the checkout, if you just get a bag, you want to try it out, Spence will give you 10% off. If you get a subscription, he'll give you 15% off. Everybody gets that as part of their subscriptions. Okay, let's see. Those alerts are important. Sign up. Snow talks about peak alerts there. Yes, indeedy, they are. March is marching in. And yeah, we had thunderstorms yesterday. You won't get those short-term weather alerts necessarily from peak alerts, but you will get them from the Peaks2Plains Weather app. Kathleen told me where she's at. She's at Fairfax neighborhood in Colorado Springs. Kathleen, thanks for that. I appreciate it. All right, crew, I'm going to hang out here for a minute, give somebody a chance to join in if you would like. And again, please, I encourage you, those of you that are here every day, write these down. Because like yesterday was a good day when the hail was falling, as we get another month down the road and these storms are stronger and we're starting to talk about 1 inch and maybe 2 inch diameter hail. We're going to need you guys, if you're in a safe place and can see the storms, if we're seeing them rotate, to help me out and kind of show me what's happening here. So, yeah. Kathleen, thank you. Everybody, thank you for joining me. I hope you were ready for yesterday. I kind of take a peek every now and then at what some other folks are doing with their forecasts, and mine was noticeably better yesterday. Noticeably better. Multiple days ahead of time compared to what some other folks were doing. So hopefully that's why you tune in here. As I said, I am going to be heading out today. I will be in a different state the next couple of days, but Peaks2Plains Weather doesn't stop. I will be around for that. So, crew, have a good day. Fire danger concerns Thursday. We got to figure out where that storm is going for Friday. I'll push an update in the app later on today. Have a good one.